This is how a normal spark plug should look like. This is how number 3 looks like. Welcome back everyone to part 2 of the E30 build. Now, stuff has escalated quickly. The engine is locked solid. We're gonna check it out with this 22mm wrench. Anyway, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna pull the valve cover off and we're gonna check for bent valves or any evidence of damage like that. If we see something like that, we'll make sure we had contact between the piston and the valves, then the cylinder is coming off. If not, we will see what the problem is. Let's start with this. Here is 22 on the crank. It's not going anywhere, so let's get tearing into it. Couple of 10mm nuts around the perimeter of the valve cover. So, oh, this one was loose. Okay guys, now for the moment of truth. Okay guys, so far we haven't found an evidence of timing belt getting loose, the bent valves. So now I'm gonna take the spark plugs out to see if the compression is what's holding me from turning the engine, or there might be some other thing. So let's get to it. This is the number 1 cylinder spark plug. Perfect combustion mixture. Energy stuff. No carbon build-up. No oil. Nothing at all. Running perfect. All the cylinders are like this except for one. So this is how a normal spark plug should look like. This is how number 3 looks like. Yep. Okay, so as for the valves, they look okay, surprisingly. So number three are fine. This one is on the lobe. This one is the exhaust valve. It's on the lobe, so but it's not fully on the lobe, but it's tight, so it's starting to open. The intake valve is not on the lobe, but the valve does not look bad. So now we're waiting on a bore scope to check the inside of the cylinder.
Hopefully
how it
we
looks
could
like.
find one.
Yes, hopefully. We'll give you an update as we proceed. Okay guys, on E30 starters, especially if you have an M20 engine, it has only two bolts. One on the underside and the other is on the top side. Both are bolts and nuts, so you want to hold the bolt and undo the nut, or vice versa together, or the bolt will spin with the nut. Good morning guys and welcome back. As you can see, I'm wearing a mechanical outfit covered with oil and grease. I'm gonna stop working on the FJ45 for a little bit and it's time to continue the video of the E30. I'm gonna tear it down, take the cylinder head off and see what went wrong. Now a quick tech tip is to get yourself masking tape. Get a wire that you unplugged and tape it up and write what is this wire for. Just for peace of mind, if you're gonna put it back together maybe a month, 2 months, you know where everything goes. This is for the idle air control valve, IAC. Okay. To get to the second bolt of the starter, you gotta lift the car up. It's on the underside. You go in behind the front of that. Okay guys, so I managed to get the starter out. As you can see, it's a culprit. It's banged up, so make sure you remove the battery before you do this job. Okay guys, so it's time to remove the cylinder. We're gonna start by removing the radiator hoses, then drain the radiator from the bottom side. Remove the clutch fan, which is gonna be a task because we don't have the special tools, so we're gonna improvise. Maybe it will end the tech tip of the day. So then this is the hard part. When this clutch fan is off, we will remove both the power steering pump and the alternator. Then we remove the distributor, then the covers for the timing belt, then take the head off. Hopefully today in this video. Alright, let's start. You can see the disgusting
Look on your face.
look.
Yes.
I'm not disgusting, I'm disgusted.
Oh,
Yes,
what's wrong?
I'm actually hence, but I'm disgusted. I'm not disgusting. This is disgusting. Me, personally, I can handle a loan engine. I mean, it's to $1,200, but to have a run.
already water.
I see no milkshake, so
Rusty water.
I see no milkshake yet. Anyway, it might have gone into the engine, but not into the radiator. So water in the engine is more possible than oil in the radiators. That's the first red hose. Red's the radiator. In simple words. Doesn't look that old. It's not cracked anywhere, so probably reusable since the budget on this car is gonna go all through possibly rebuilding the engine, so we gotta save what we can save. This is good, not cracked, not that old, still soft, not that soft, not boiled, not popping. So we're gonna use that. To take out the radiator on an E30, it's pretty easy. So normally it's a couple of bolts, maybe on the side, maybe on the top, depending on which model to which country it was made for. So if it was an American car, bolts will be different. Some engine parts will be also pistons. So anyway, on mine it has two bolts. One's not installed at all. This one is right here, so on the top. And I'm spinning the nut with the bolt, so let me get it out. Now we got the radiator out. Competent to the bolts that is not stuck in your way. It's easier to put it back where it came out, just so you have less bolts around too. Again, if you're not gonna assemble the car the next day or so, it's gonna make a couple of months or a couple of weeks. It's less bolts to worry about. So you'll find it and you will need to install it.
Now what?
Now we're gonna take the clutch fan first, because if it's not gonna come off, we're gonna pause on the whole thing till we get that right tool. So we're gonna try to vacuum this shit out. I'm taking the water pump pulley off so I can make more room to hold the nut for the clutch fan. Okay guys, so it turned out using the vice grip after taking out the water pump pulley bolts, you can loosen clutch. Now remember, it's left-handed thread, so turn right to loosen, turn left to tighten. So
Left to the engine. Right to the engine.
it's an opposite thread. So we finally got the clutch fan to loosen. We used the vice grip, and if you're removing the bolts, don't remove only the two bolts that are in your way. I mean, if you it has 4 bolts, remove the 2 facing you. Leave the other 2, or the water pump will spin without the pulley, and you think that you're loosening it like we did, but you're actually just spinning the water pump. Then we used an Allen key. We stuck it. We couldn't put the bolts back with the fan in, so we got frustrated and used an Allen key from the back side in the hole of the water pump. From the back side, behind the pulley, we stuck an Allen key and through the hole of the pulley. Then we hit the nut of the clutch with the vice grip, and it got out, as you can see. Don't let your fan go flying like we did, or it might be broken. It's plastic, and they are well known for this. Normally, if you want to take the belt off your water pump, the
Alternator.
tensioner is on the alternator over here. Just a bracket with the geared bolt here. It's pain in the ass, but since we have a locked engine, we managed to take all the bolts for the water pump pulley out, so we can do just. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we can't. Or we can. This. We got the pulley out, we've loosened the belt, we can take it all the way out, but I'm gonna keep it in place just so we take the power steering pump first out. Let's get to this.
What is this bolt?
This is the tensioner for the power steering pump.
So this is the steering pump pulley beside your hand.
This is the power steering pump pulley. We just loosen the bottom bolt of the water pump. Oh, there's probably two bolts left to loosen. Anyhow, you loosen this. This has gears stamped to it, so cast to the bolt. I don't know what the bolt's made out of, so loosen it out. Voila.
This acts like a tensioner.
Yep, it has. Give the phone. Let me show the people. As you see, these are gears into the bracket, and the bolt has some gears to it as well. Some teeth. So this moves on this, so it pulls the power steering pump out, which puts tension on the freaking belt. Welcome. Don't feel intimidated. The small one is for the power steering. The big one is for both the water pump and the alternator. Get out of here. Now it's time to remove the crank pulley. It's held on by, I think, six 30mm bolts. It's hard to take a picture, to take a video from this, but we will include a picture for them anyway. So start by putting a 30mm in there. These are the bolts for the crank pulley.
Yep.
Six
Six.
30mm bolts. If you're just replacing the timing belt or something, put your car in first gear so the crank won't rotate, the engine won't rotate. But if you're like us, you have bad luck, your engine is locked up, there's no need.
What did just happen? Did the engine rotate?
Yep. What? What? The car is in gear. Yes. The wheels are on the ground. We have the handbrake pulled up. Front wheels are chucked. The engine is locked up. Why is the front pulley rotating? Help me understand. So, as you saw earlier, the engine rotated backwards, anti-clockwise. But the question is how? If it's
Why?
first gear. If it's in first gear, handbrake is pulled up on the ground. Did the engine fully rotate? Can you point when this bolt is loosened? When loosening the next bolt, can you look at the starter hole at the flywheel, see if it's rotating too?
Okay, I can.
Not now. When I tell you, you point the phone
Okay.
to the flywheel, and we'll see. Maybe the transmission said goodbye along with the engine. If that happens, I'm gonna tell me what happens. If you can hear me, sorry for the wind noise. The bolt loosened.
Okay.
Maybe the next.
The flywheel tried to spin.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, the bolt loosened right away. I just don't know what to say. I'm quite frustrated and terrified. We managed to remove all 6 bolts of the crank pulley. Now I think just comes right out. But I am gonna look for the crank position sensor. Now here is both the crank pulley. Okay guys, so this is the crank trigger. This is what's triggered the crank position sensor. The crank position sensor sits on the engine like this. This is spinning with the crank. On this, if you notice here, the 2 teeth are missing over here. That's for the Hall effect sensors. This is, I believe, the return line of the gas system, fuel system, by the way. Anyway, so this is the return line. This is the fuel pressure regulator. This is its vacuum signal. We're gonna keep the intake manifold on the head. We're gonna take it off after removal of the head. So this is, I believe, the return line of the fuel system. It's kicked on, so anything, if you have a stuck line, just get pliers of any sort. If you have hoses like the radiator hoses, you can get vice grips on them, just twist them around to break them free. Now this should pop right out. There it is. Cool sound. So now the main fuel feed, I guess. That's what this is.
Which goes to the
Fuel.
fuel rail. Fuel rail.
Okay guys, so using a 90mm, crack the oil drain plug out. We engineered this draining procedure, which we never used before, so I don't know if it works. just one bolt holding in the crank position sensor. 10 millimeter. Keep it here for a second. That I can back what I get took out from. Makes the assembly a lot easier.
Yep.
Distributor out. If you're doing this job at your home, make sure you number all the spark plugs wires with the cap so you know how to put it back together. Okay guys, 3 6mm bolts around the distributor. Takes it out. Okay guys, so now we are taking out the exhaust manifold. If you feel them stuck, use some heat before you get to pulling on them. Some will, the whole stud will come out with the nut, some the nut will break loose, so don't be terrified. Okay guys, I managed to remove the exhaust manifold, but the problem I'm facing is, if you remember, some nuts were coming loose, some were stuck to the stud and they were pulling the stud out. So now the exhaust manifold is not clearing the studs, so I'm gonna remove the studs. I'm gonna show you how to remove the studs. To remove the studs, easy way. Put the nut on. Hopefully it's enough. And put another nut on top of it. Jam them together. And then put your 12mm. Snug them together. Then
Not bad.
that pulls the whole stud out. Now the whole stud is out. We'll worry about breaking that nut later. Just get two 12. This one up really. It still has two from the bottom side. So we did this for nothing. We ended up prying the manifold out and it came loose. So forgot about the last part.
However, it was a cool tactic for the day.
What are you taking out?
I'm taking out the rotor bolts or screws. This worry that much. The rotor only goes on one way, so now it's time to remove both timing belt covers. Now we're taking the camshaft bolt out. It's better to loosen it when the belt is on, because it will be hard if the belt is off. So normally, if you're replacing the timing belt, you must put the engine on top dead center along with the crankshaft, then replace the timing belt. It will be a lot easier. But us, we're pulling the head off, so it doesn't matter. The timing belt needs to come off along with the head, so we don't care. We will put it on top dead center after the head is off. Okay, bro, now what? We're gonna move the wiring harness, snake it through the intake.
Alright.
We're taking the scanner port. Nuts are just hand tightened just to see the thing up. So, here comes the cover. Here comes the surprisingly brand new valve cover gasket. Not surprisingly, this engine has been gone through a lot of times.
17.
There's a sequence that you gotta go through. You can't start yanking bolts out. So to prevent warping your cylinder head, there's a special sequence that you must follow for removing any cylinder head. It's basically cross pattern from the outside towards the inside. So on the BMW engines, you can look it up. There are many sequences, but all are somewhat the same. Start from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So this is all for entertainment purposes. You see, we are a couple of idiots working on our car beside our house, so we are not responsible for any damage that occurs to your car. We are entertaining you. If you want to learn, you can learn, but this is entertainment. Now that we got that right, let's start. Look at the carnage. Ever heard of the term junk? That's junky as it could get. Know what is this guy? I think I've seen something like this before. Like this, not like this. This is a valve. Or what used to be a valve. It's laying down, sleeping on the piston. Look at the damage.
Nightmare. One day of ownership.
First day. Anyway, come and look at this one. Staying on the exhaust side, so don't panic. At first we thought it was the spark plug's fault, but spark plug is actually so innocent. No, I'm removing the intake manifold. H5. Okay guys, so I'm using the two-nut method to pull the studs from the intake and the exhaust ports, prepping the head for the machine shop. So we haven't decided if I'm gonna pull the cams and the rocket shaft out, the cam and the rocket shaft out, or the machine shop yet. So you'll see that maybe in the next video. Please make sure you subscribe, like the video, share it to your friends, support us so we can fix more junk like this. Peace.